So, the title for chapter 7 is Internal Forces and Moments. So, ano yung kaibahan ng chapter na to sa ibang mga chapters na diniscuss natin previously, no? So, for chapters 2, 3, 4, and 5 manata, chapter 6 last ganina, no? So, yung chapters 2 to 5, ano yung mga sinob natin doon? Mga external forces, no? So, ano yung mga external forces na yon? Yung mga reactions at the support, yung mga reactions sa cables natin, no? So, yan yung mga external forces. So, forces outside our system. Now, proceed tayo sa chapter 6. Ano yung sinob natin sa chapter 6? Internal forces. So, ano yung internal forces na yon? Yung internal forces na yon, those are forces that holds together our structure. Kung tatanggalin natin yung internal force na yan, yung structure natin is ma-dismember, no? Now, for chapter 7, we have another internal force. But ano yung kaibahan niya sa chapter 6? So sa chapter 6, we have holds together our structure, no? Dito sa sa chapter 7, tanggalin natin yan sa structure yung isang member and then i-analyze natin yung member itself. Ano yung mga internal forces ng isang member, individual member, no? So kung yung chapter 6, yung pagdidikitan niya lang is ganito, yung sa chapter 7 is yung one member. Kung hahatiin natin to, ano yung mga internal forces na nakapaloob sa kanya, no? So for example, ito we have a beam here, no? And then naglagay ako ng force na papunta doon, force na papunta doon, and then force na papunta dito, no? Or ano na lang muna, ito na lang muna. We have force na papunta doon, and then may force na papunta din doon. Ayan. Sa palagay nyo, ano yung mangyayari sa beam natin? So kung may force na papunta doon, dito, din may papunta doon, ano yung mangyayari dito? Somehow, parang mahahati ito. Mai-slice. No? Mai-slice. So ano yung tawag sa force natin dyan? That is what we term as the shearing force. No? So yung gunting natin, yan yung principle ng gunting. No? So yung gunting natin is, i-cut man na siya. Kung makikita nyo, yung gunting natin is merong dito na side, saka dito na side. Gaana na sila. Kung applyan mo ng force, ayan, ano yung mangyayari? Makakat in two, no? So another term for malaking gunting is gina-term natin na siya as shear, no? Big scissor. English ng big scissor is shear, no? So ayan lang. Now how about kung mag-apply ako ng force papunta dito, papunta doon, and papunta dito, ano yung mangyayari sa beam natin? So yung beam natin would somehow, ito yung result, no? Mabibend. No? So kung mabibend yan, merong somehow, internally, meron siyang nararamdaman na tinatawag natin bending moment. So that internal na bending moment, yan yung makakapakos sa material natin or sa member natin to bend. No? So dalawa yung i-analyze natin dito. The bending moment, and the shearing forces. So yung gagawin natin sa chapter na to is to graph at every point ng ng beam natin, ano kaya yung shearing at bending moment at that point, no? So dito, iba yung bending at saka shearing. Dito din, iba yung bending at saka shearing. Iba din yung dito. So every point dyan, iba-iba. So ano yung gagawin natin dito? Gagawa tayo ng graph na tinatawag nating shear and moment diagram, no? So sa shear and moment diagram, for example, ito yung shear, ito yung distance natin, the length of the beam. Somehow, yung shear natin, yung image niya would somehow, siguro, may ganito, or ano ba yan, no? So, for example, at this point, gusto mong i-analyze. Kung i-reflect natin yan dito, yung shearing niya is ganito kalaki, no? Dito naman, ganito kalaki. Ayan. So, malaki, constant, and then lumiit. So, ito yung gagawin natin dito. The shear and the moment diagram. So, at every point of our beam, ano kaya yung shearing force at saka bending moment na nararamdaman niya. Okay? So, sa chapter na to, meron tayong dalawang approach. No? One is yung graphical approach, and then yung isa is yung i-calculate talaga natin pa isa-isa. Okay? So, sige, proceed tayo. Mabilisan lang to, no? Introduction lang pala yun. So, sa chapter din na to, yung hahanapan natin ng internal forces sa every member is yung structure ng mga beams at saka cables involved, no? So since ENS 161 natin, yung topic ng cables is optional, yung kasali lang sa syllabus natin is yung beams, dito lang tayo mag-e-end, no? So yung chapter 7 natin is half lang i-discuss natin, only for the beams, kasi ito siya is optional. Okay? So sige. Now, dito muna tayo sa concept, no? If we have a member here, a two-force member AB, and then i-cut natin sa section C, Ayan, sa pag-cut natin sa section C, kung tatanggalin natin to, somehow, yung matitira is ito lang F, tama? Ito lang F. Pero, i-cut natin to. Ito, i-neglect natin, and then yung matitira is itong AC lang. So, yung matitirang force dito is F lang. But knowing that AB is in static equilibrium, there should exist an internal force that mag-o-oppose sa kanya, no? In order for this to be in equilibrium, no? So, ayan. So, meron tayong internal force dito na F. The same as with here. Kung ito matitira dito is ito lang F, it should be na meron tayong internal force to counter. Okay? The same magnitude but opposite in direction. Kaya yung pag-cut natin dito, itong mga forces na to, yan yung mga internal force within our member. No? So, ayan. So, the same pa rin, if kung yung in-apply mo na force dito is tension, this one here should be in tension. No? Dito, if we have compression, it should be that the internal force is in compression. Okay? So, ayan. So, take for example, yung pinakita nating image sa chapter 6, no? Ito siya. So, we have here a multi-force member. Somehow, kung i-cut natin at portion J dito, ano yung matitira sa segment natin? We have a force na papunta doon. Knowing that this multi-force member dito is in static equilibrium, it should be that at this point here, yung mga internal forces and moments dito should counter. No? Para kung i-sum up natin yan, equal to 0. Okay? So, ayan. So, kung ito siya is may component na papunta doon, saka papunta dito, ayan, it should be that dito din, kung may papunta doon, may papunta din doon. Tama? Kung ito may papunta downward, it should be na may papunta din upward. Tama? Now, at this point, this one here will create a moment na counterclockwise. No? So therefore, dapat meron din mag-counter na clockwise na moment. No? So at this point here, the internal bending moment is our M. No? This one here naman is our shear. Okay? And ano naman dito? This one here, our force F na tinatawag nating axial force. No? So ito yung tatlo yung hahanapin natin. The bending moment, the shearing force, and the axial force. Tinawag natin itong axial force is because along siya sa axis natin. No? So yung tatlo na yan. Okay? So somehow, kung ipadayon pa na nato, the same dapat din sa another, sa kalahati niya, no? So if we have a counterclockwise, clockwise moment here, it should be counterclockwise dito. Kung ito siya is compression, it should be compression din dito. Kung ito siya to the right, this one here is to the left. So ayan lang yung convention natin, paghahatiin. Now, kung titingnan natin to, i-simulate natin sa SolidWorks and then titingnan natin kung ano yung effect, pag in-applyan natin ang mga internal force na ganyan, somehow, our image would look like this one. Okay? So ayan lang, no? Now, how about this one? Di ba yung member natin sa previous example natin sa chapter 6, two-force member is just a straight line. No? And then, kung two-force member yan, ano yung gagawin ng forces? Compression at saka tension. Wala tayong bending at saka shearing na nagaganap dyan. Now, how about if yung member natin, two-force member, but hindi straight? No? Somewhat baliko. So, ano yung mangyayari? Kung i-cut natin dito, ito siya is, yung dalawang forces dito will not cause compression and tension lang. But actually, shearing at saka bending. So at this point here, di ba, kinat natin to, i-cut natin to, ano yung mga lalabas dyan? Dapat mag-equilibrium sila. So ano yung makikita nyo dito? We have now a bending moment, an axial force, at saka a shearing force. No? So we have a two-force member, but yung member natin is not a straight member. So meron na tayong mga internal forces na bending moment at saka shearing. Okay? So somehow, ito yung image natin. Let's have an example. So kanina, na-solve na natin to, ito yung mga nakuha nating values. No? So ano yung tanong niya dito? Gusto niya malaman, in the frame shown, determine the internal forces in members ACF at point J, in member BCD at point K. No? So ano daw yung internal force natin dito kapag hahatiin natin to? And then, ito din. So paano natin yan isosolve? Siyempre, i-cut lang natin. Okay? So, pag-cut natin yan, ito muna tayo, no? This one here. So, at point K, ayan, meron tayong force na 1,200 Newton. Okay? So, ano yung mga internal forces and bending moments natin dito? So, we have shearing. Ano kaya yung shearing dito? Okay, 1,200. Automatic, no? Wala namang ibang ano dyan. How about axial? Zero. Wala tayong actual dyan. No? How about bending? So at point K, this one here would tend to rotate counterclockwise. So therefore, yung moment natin dito is clockwise. So ano yung moment natin dito? This one here is 1,200 times the moment arm, which is 1.5. That is equal to 1,800 Newton that meter. Ha? This one here kay kining 1,200 would somehow tend to rotate na pa ganito. Di ba? And then yung equilibrium equation natin should be ma-equal yan sa zero. No? So we have here 1,000 na papunta doon. No? In order na kung ito papunta doon, dito is kanya na. So, sige, klaro? Ayan lang, no? So the same as dito din, no? Kung hanapin natin yung J, i-cut natin dito, we have here, ayan. And then ano yung mga forces involved? We have papunta doon, 1,800 newtons. Ayan. Then ano yung distance na to? Man given there sa ano. So yung distance na to daw, this one here, papunta dito, this one, we have here as 1.2. So ano yung mga internal forces at saka moments natin dito? Sa palagay nyo, meron tayong axial? Wala. Meron, no? Kasi ito siya, meron tayong component na papunta doon at saka papunta dito, no? So ano yung mga component niya? Ayan at saka ayan. So kung ito siya papunta doon, yung shearing natin is papunta dapat doon. Ito siya is papunta doon, yung axial natin should be ayan. How about the moment at point here? So kung ito siya, this force here would tend to rotate clockwise, yung moment natin should be counterclockwise. Okay? So this is our V, our F, and this is our M. So what would be the value of our V? So sige daw, ano yung value ng V natin? Hindi given yung ano, no? Hindi given yung ano, yung height natin dito. Sama ni pag-solve. Ano na lang? We have here, ito yung image natin. Ayan. Yung gusto niya dito is this point, no? Somewhere dito, no? Yung alam lang natin is this height here is 1.2. And then given sa problem that this one here is 2.7 and this one here is hindi din given. Yung given lang natin dito is this one. This is 4.8 and then this one here is 2.7. So paano natin makukuha yung angle natin dito? This one here is 90. So therefore, opposite over adjacent. No? So this alpha here, alpha is just tangent inverse of opposite, which is 4.8, and then the adjacent, which is 2.7 times 2. No? 2.7 times 2. So makakakuha tayo ng alpha dito equal to 41.7. So ayan lang. So this angle pala here, ito, this is alpha. So similar siya dito. This is also alpha. So if you want to get the force here, ito siya, summation of forces, this one here, 1,800 cosine alpha. Tama? So this one here, this F, is just 1,800 cosine 41.7. And then this naman, itong shear natin dito, which is equal in magnitude here, this is V is equal to 1,800 sine 41.7. How about the moment? Moment natin dito, we have this one, which is this one. 1,800 sine 41.7 times the distance. Ano yung distance natin dito? Cosine, no? Ay, hindi, sine pala. We have here sine alpha is equal to opposite, which is 1.2, over the hypotenuse, which is h. So h is just 1.2 over sine alpha. So the moment arm here is 1.2 over sine 41.7. Okay? So the moment is 1,800 Newton that meter.